Hello, my name is Duncan Alderdice, and the reason I'm making these videos is to document the journey I take as I become who I am. Today was an interesting day, full of emotions, roller coasters, ups and downs, highs and lows. Number one, starting in the morning, drop the car off at the dealership to get the brakes looked at. Now, I had budgeted about $1,500, and by budgeted, I mean like emotionally prepared for it costing somewhere near $1,500. Get a call at 10:30-ish from the dealership saying like, we looked at it. There's something on the back brakes that need to be done. There's something on the front brakes that need to be done. Probably going to come out to $2,300. So that was steep and a tough pill to swallow. So it was nice at 3:30 when I got a call back from the dealership saying, yeah, everything went well with the replacement, but when we took it for a drive, we still heard that buzzing. So there's a different thing that needs to be done. That's going to be an extra $550, and we have to keep the car overnight. So about $3,000 total for the car, which was very disheartening because I had just I had gotten good. I got into a good financial point to prepare myself to suffer this this cost. So there was that. But like that's part of having a car. So like there's nothing you can really do about it. And probably if I had brought it to the shop earlier, they would have seen the problem before it had gotten to the severe level that it had when I brought it to them today. Anyways, the other thing that happened is, on the day, haven't even mentioned this, that's not usual, 119 dials, one book demo. Now, 119 dials, as well as on LinkedIn, sent out 85 how many messages did I send out? 85 messages. Not 85 requests. 85 messages for the day, 4 of which got replies, none booked demos, but shows there's still activity and a point doing that. So prospecting is up. The one book demo came at the end of the day, and it's one I'm very proud of. The reason being because right off the get-go, the guy was like, I know plans well. I think your emails campaigns are sketchy and shady and not the way that you want to be starting a relationship. So terrible start. Also had bad experiences with all of our competitors, which is a good thing sometimes, but also can work against because then they're generally resistant to the service that we provide. But pushed through it. There was a question about like what happened to the company in 2020 when it like converted from doing things in-house to like doing other ways. He was big on going like, why don't you just send me the leads and charge 10 times as much coming on the back end? Compliance is always the issue with that, but what I managed to, at the end, he was going like, what I always want to hear is give me 3 references from people who are part of the program, but the answer I always get, which is normally what I say, which is like, well, for privacy reasons, we're not allowed to share that information, which is true. But instead what I said is going like, well, I can't get you 3 referrals, but I can send you recorded information on recorded interviews with people who have been part of the program. So that's that. Part of the program, and then from that he was going like, okay, that so we'll see. And then what he's going, well, send me an email, we'll take it from there. But I knew that was a failure, so I needed to get the appointment set. Otherwise, there was no appointment that was ever going to be set. So then I was like, okay, so like, would you be I gotta ask, like, would you be opposed to booking a time next week to have longer conversations, see if we're actually different? And he said, how long would it take for you to send me that email? I was like, 3 minutes, because I knew that it's something that I typically send to follow up after a demo is being held, so I could I had it ready to go, and then did that. But I booked it. But I'm happy because there was a lot of objections that he faced me with that I overcame and was able to book the appointment with someone who's not just it's not the appointment for the sake of the appointment, but it's just I didn't back down when I was provided with these strong objections. Like he had a strong character to him. Like it wasn't it was like he said them with conviction. So you would be more inclined to just kind of want to go like, okay, I'll just move on to the next person. But I did push through. The goal is not, I don't have to close him. That's not what I'm happy about. I think it's just more that I was rewarded for overcoming the objections that were presented to me on the cold call. Still securing the time. He might not show up, he might cancel. regardless, what I'm happy about is I didn't take his objections at face value and just accept them, but I dug in further. And I think more what I'm starting to understand is overcoming objection isn't like just ignoring what they're saying or having a ready word track to respond like a robot in response to the noise that the person they make that makes this objection pattern sort of thing. But it's more when I'm overcoming an objection, I'm figuring out whether or not what they're actually saying is what they actually mean. Because if they go like, yeah, I just don't think the program's gonna work. What they might actually mean is like, I've tried programs like this before in the past and they haven't worked. Which are two very different things. Because one of them is Planswell is not gonna work. And the other one is all of the other competitors sucked. So that's what I think is gonna happen again. Similar, but two different things. But so it just I'm happy that there's growth in that direction. It's gonna be a generally relaxed evening. Nothing really planned. I edited a video today, so half hour done, did 40 push-ups. Kind of like I've dipped in terms of the amount of push-ups that I'm doing. But the point is to stay consistent with it. And so we'll reward or be happy with the success on that. The consistency of it rather than the quantity of it. But feeling good overall. Let's see where the days continue to take us. I'll talk to you later. Moo.